In this video, we're going to talk about finding the dot product of two vectors, v and w. A little bit later on, we'll talk about finding the angle between these vectors. Suppose vector v is equal to 11i plus j, and w is equal to I plus 11j. These vectors are written in component form. We wish to find their dot product. To find the dot product of v and w, v times w is equal to a sub 1 times a sub 2 plus b sub 1 times b sub 2, where a sub 1 is 11, a sub 2 is 1, the coefficient to I, b sub 1 is 1, it's the coefficient to j, and b sub 2 is 11. So, a sub 1 times a sub 2 plus b sub 1 times b sub 2 equals 11 plus 11, which is equal to 22. So the dot product for vectors v and w is equal to 22. So we'll start a new screen. The dot product of v times w was 22, and we'll be using this information when we calculate the angle between vectors v and w. And we'll recall that vector v was 11i plus j, while vector w was equal to I plus 11j. Now, to find the angle between v and w, cosine of theta is equal to v times w, the dot product, divided by the magnitude of v times the magnitude of w. This is the formula that we need to use to find the angle between the vectors. So we already know that v times w is 22. If I want to find the magnitude of v, I can find that by taking the square root of a squared plus b squared, and similarly for w. So for vector v, the magnitude is equal to the square root of 11 squared plus 1 squared. This equals the square root of 121 plus 1, which equals the square root of 122. For vector w, we have the square root of 1 squared plus 11 squared, which is also equal to the square root of 122. So in the denominator of our fraction, we have 22 divided by the square root of 122 times square root of 122. And so let's erase these to make a little extra space here, rather than going to a new screen. I now have cosine of theta is equal to 22 divided by 122. And we have 122 in the denominator because multiplying the square root of 122 times square root of 122 is the same thing as multiplying 122 to the 1/2 times 122 to the 1/2. Here we have the same base, 122, so we can multiply like bases and add the exponents. That gives us 122 to the 1/2 plus 1/2, which is equal to 122 to the first, which is equal to simply 122. We're almost finished. To find the angle theta, we need to take the cosine inverse. So cosine inverse of 22 divided by 122 is equal to approximately 79.6. Now, most of you will use your graphing calculator to obtain this result. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode so that you'll achieve the correct answer. So here we have found the dot product for our two vectors, as well as the angle between them. This concludes our example. I hope you found it helpful, and we'll see you next time.